Alright, what's going on, guys? We've been doing another Call of Duty video, and there's been some talk lately about this image that's popped up around the internet, and it's called Call of Duty Retribution. And, 4/11/14, so, April 11th, 2014, and yeah, so, standard stuff on it. At the bottom it says Activision, because Activision owns the Call of Duty series. They own the trademarks and the copyrights and everything for it. Infinity Ward, Oculus, and Treyarch. So Oculus and Treyarch, it's sort of, why would those be on there? It's sort of points of interest. So if you don't already know about the Oculus Rift, you can just sort of Google it and you'll get a better sort of description of it. But it's pretty much just it's a 3D sort of glasses. It's like a headset. They call it a headset, and you just basically put it on. It's basically virtual reality, and if you look left, your character looks left, and if you look right, your character looks right, and if you turn around, your character turns around, and it's all in like real time, and yeah, so it's sort of interesting how they would sort of implement this into Call of Duty, and it's hard to explain. But in Call of Duty, if you look up, your character brings his gun with him, and your gun never moves. Like, your gun is locked on to with your HUD, and if you look straight up, your gun is always in the same spot. If you turn left, your gun is in the same spot. If you turn right, your gun is in the same spot. If you look down, your gun is looking at the same spot, and it doesn't change. But with this like Oculus Rift, if you look up, only your head looks up. Your gun doesn't look up with it, and stuff like that. So it'd be sort of like a weirder version of Call of Duty. So it'd be a lot weirder than what you would normally think, and yeah. So. This image, it's pretty much fake. Like, there's no doubt about it. Just because, once again, it's this usual, the photo is taken with a camera, and it's at a weird angle, and the quality isn't that good, and we don't get like any details about it, and yeah. So, one reason I think it's fake is because Activision, they haven't said anything about it, and if it's releasing in April, then they would have told us already. Like, there'd already be gameplay and stuff out, because Call of Duty's every year they launch in November, and they have gameplay, or they have trailers and stuff for it. They announce it in May, so that's 6 months in advance. So I guess maybe in October they would announce it. But one reason I think, if this was real, and we wouldn't have known about it yet, and they wouldn't have announced it, is because, think about it, if they announce a whole nother Call of Duty, that would pretty much just sort of kill sales and sort of screw over Ghosts. So that's like, say you have two candy bars, and you have this new candy, and it's supposed to taste amazing. It's like, it's got chocolate and it's got caramel in it, and yeah, and it's scheduled to be released to the public, let's say June 1st, and on May 15th you announce a whole new type of candy and a whole nother one, and you say, okay, it's gonna be released June 30th, and people are going to be like, okay, they're going to be focused on the June 30th one. They're not going to be focused on the one that released is June 5th or June 1st or whatever I said. So it pretty much kills sales for Call of Duty Ghost, and it would confuse a lot of people. They'd be wondering, like, okay, there's this new Call of Duty releasing in November. Well, what's this? This is a whole nother Call of Duty? They're not doing releasing them once every year. They're releasing them in April and November, so twice a year, and it confused a ton of people. But yeah, so it's not too foreign that Treyarch would be working on this, just because with these new consoles, Infinity Ward is going to be getting all the money from it, and tons of stuff, and they're going to be getting all the fame, and Drake's sort of sitting there, well, we're going to have to wait a whole nother year before we can start getting paid for these new consoles, and we're just not going to get as much as Infinity Ward is going to get. And so it wouldn't be too foreign that Treyarch would help out with, say, a DLC or something with Call of Duty Ghosts, or a small new game or something, and it wouldn't be too foreign, and it wouldn't seem totally, out of the blue that they'd be doing this. So, yeah. Well, it's pretty much fake, but I would still like to see the idea of a Call of Duty, not an official, like, Call of Duty, like a annual one like we see now, how there's Modern Warfare 3, and then there was Black Ops 2, and now we have Call of Duty Ghosts. Not like an official, huge, hyped up release date like that, but small things like, if you remember, Treyarch released a game. They released a Zombies iOS app for World at War and Black Ops, and they didn't post trailers about it, they didn't announce it or anything. It just suddenly, showed up in the App Store, and you're like, hey, this is cool. And yeah, so I would like to see sort of small things like that more often, smaller games, and yeah, because it's a long wait to wait a whole nother year for the next game, and the DLCs, it can keep you entertained for a bit, but DLC 3, I was entertained with that for about a week and a half, and now I'm pretty much bummed out with the maps and everything, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not too thrilled with it, and I'm really looking forward to the next DLC, and 4 DLC for pretty much a year. It's, I don't know, it sucks, but it's better than nothing. So I'd like to see more things like that to hold us off for another year. And yeah, so be sure to give this video a rating. Tell me your thoughts down in the comments down below. Would you like to see a game like this? Why wouldn't you like to see a game like this? And yeah, so be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.